2020. It is with great honor that I welcome you all to a long-awaited and rightfully deserved class day. Time has ticked and distance has been, yet the remarkableness of our class is not to be forgotten. That is why we've come today. We've come to celebrate and to appreciate one another. We've come to embrace memories and to share a smile. We've come to partake in a collective success that is entirely ours, and to be reminded of the truth that we are precious and phenomenal beyond measure. Through this class day, I hope that we each will feel esteemed and pushed further into our current adultish pursuits. Our honor today is not held subject to just what we did inside the gates, but it is also for the great things every single one of us is doing right now outside of them. So with cheerfulness and in togetherness, and with the beloved sisters of the class of 2021, let us reminisce, let us remember, let us reflect on the wonderfulness of who the class of 2020 was, who the class of 2020 is, and who the class of 2020 will forever be. Enjoy.
2021. Welcome to our special day. My name is Lauren Horde, and I currently serve as the senior class president, and I'd like to welcome you to a day that we've dreamed about since we got pinned, or a day we might not have thought so much about when we were praising or singing Bodak Yellow in the chapel because duality, or a day we've had to hold on to when we were daunted by the fight at 2 or 3 in the morning because assignments were piling up. I challenge you today to be mindful, to be reminiscent but present, and all the while grateful for all the class of 21 we came in with and the amazing siblings that have come along the way. We've made it.
Greetings. My name is Ashley Jackson, and I am a former independent major with a concentration in African American narratives in cinema and television. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I am a top 10 graduate in the class of 2020. Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, I want to take this opportunity to simply thank you. Thank you for the vision of Sophia and Harriet and our foremothers. As you know, there is something sacred about the bond of Spelman women. The Spelman woman leads with integrity, humility, and purpose. She calls you by name and shines in the world with your light beaming from her eyes. You've carefully crafted her. Through your grace, she remains undaunted. When our earthly plans were thwarted and hope was shaken, you continue to order our steps. Thank you for seeing us through this moment in our lives. You've shown us that there is beauty in stillness and that celebration is always around the bend. You've gifted us with patience and made this victory so much sweeter. We come before you today as different women, Lord. We entered the gates of 350 Spelman Lane as young girls eager to take on the task of making a choice to change the world. And now, we exit as women with that very charge embedded in our purpose. Thank you for the gift of sisterhood. Thank you for the gift of Spelman sisterhood. We are better for it. So, Lord, I humbly ask that you wrap my sisters and I in warmth as we embark on this next chapter of our lives as alumni of the illustrious Spelman College. May we continue to grow and prosper using the gifts that you and Spelman have bestowed upon us for the greater good of this world. Amen.
Hi, welcome to class day. I'll be reading the scripture. I will read Isaiah chapter 58, verse 11. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones. And thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not.
1881. Providing chances for girls who thought we had none. Carving paths for girls with big dreams, and making a safe space for our whispers to become loud screams. Screams of sorrow as a freshman homesick first semester. Screams from our sisters reminding us it'll get better. Screams of joy Market Friday night, and the loudest screams of victory when undaunted by the fight. Someone once said, Spelman is more than an institution. It's a lifestyle. I know that's true when years later I'm still yelling Phi Beta with a wide smile. And yes is love to Abby, Manley, and LLC. Always sisterhood, never divided. Tradition at the number one place to be. Speaking of traditions, you know that runs deep. From the hymn to the white dress to the day you can finally get to the arch and take that leap. The day has finally come, my sisters, and though bittersweet, we're prepared to take on the world. You know Spelman women run these streets.
Greetings to my Spelman sisters. My name is Taya Pinkard, and I am a graduating senior psychology major here at the illustrious Spelman College. First, I'd like to dedicate this charge to my Spelman sister and LLC1 roommate, Hollis Baker. And also, in honor of sisterhood, I'd like to offer a moment of silence for the tragic loss of 16-year-old Micaiah Bryant.
Thank you.
I find it best to give this charge inspired by a couple of quotes that define the meaning of sisterhood. First, I read the words of Isadora James, who stated, "A sister is a gift to the heart, a friend to the spirit, and a golden thread to the meaning of life." Although freshman me wished I would have said that Hollis and I had the perfect roommate story from day one and became best friends, current me, the graduating senior, is all right with admitting that isn't my truth. Although Hollis and I had rough patches during our time together, it is through reflecting on this relationship that the true meaning of sisterhood is revealed to me. Granted, a sister isn't someone that you'll always get along with, but they remain someone who will always be there and always have your best interest at heart. But 2018 me didn't necessarily realize that. Foolishly, I thought move-out day would be the last time I heard from her, so it was a surprise to see a notification with her name over the summer. Young and naive, I thought to myself, what does she want to talk about? But behind that text was just a gentle soul that wanted to catch up. The same soul that is the one that continued to speak to me around campus throughout our matriculation despite my shy nature, and was one of the people constantly checking in on me after the loss of my very close cousin this past summer. That soul is a forever sister of mine. So I say to you all that follow, my incoming sisters of 2025, don't be so quick to write off something because things aren't so pretty in the beginning. The truth is, the Spelman sisterhood is going to take some work, and it isn't going to be as easy and glamorous as the photos would lead you to believe. There's gonna be a YouTuber with a tripod that blocks your view in the chapel, a girl that can't cook popcorn late at night, and a group me message in the hall chat that went just a little too far. But in all these moments, I challenge you to remember that act was committed by a sister. So extend grace, kindliness, and understanding, because chances are they need it just as much as you. And it is through this forgiveness and togetherness that we find the beauty and resilience of sisterhood. I also want you all to know that sisterhood is to be together, heal together, and rise together. Although this is the #1 HBCU and we're all working on securing the #1 internship, job, or graduate school placement, I invite you to realize who your biggest competition and cheerleaders are. Your sisters. So be careful on your journey as you rise to the top. Realize that your crowning doesn't have to mean the dethroning of the person standing next to you. Understand that the qualifications may be similar, but the callings are different. So there's no need to fall to comparison. Remember and embrace that this #1 spot is upheld together. So we need to see each other do great. And even when it looks murky, your time is going to come. Lastly, it is important to acknowledge that sisterhood can be many things. It can be demanding, petty, maybe even malicious. But it also can be soothing, transformative, and ethereal. So my Spelman sisters, especially the beloved class of 2021, I challenge you to choose the latter. To be the best sister that you can be. To be a smiling face, a listening ear, and a soul with pure intentions. I challenge you to look out for your sisters, even after exiting the gates. I challenge you to stop and say hello when you see someone wearing a Spelman t-shirt, to donate what's on your heart when you get that annual email, and to remember where you came from whenever you come back. I challenge you to never forget the sisterhood that exists and will always persist, and to love thy sister despite their imperfections, because after all, we are the undaunted. You may have entered alone, but the exit won't be the same. I challenge you to look to the left, look to the right, and embrace the sisterhood that we have became. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Kiera Mahoney, graduating senior education studies major from Atlanta, Georgia, and I am honored to stand before you today as salutatorian for the class of 2021. When I was charged to speak to you all about sisterhood, I asked that when we stand together, when we work together, when we put our hearts, mind, and body and soul together, oh, that force we will create will forever be powerful. We must take that force and charge so strongly by changing the world and being mindful of our purpose and mission that we each have for ourselves, but most importantly, our sisters. This divine connection we have experienced over these past years showed our faith, resilience, and unity by coming together. We connected and bonded together in so many ways for that change that our bond is forever unbreakable. When a sisterhood is formed, you will feel loved, ambitioned, supported, and even empowered to transform so many lives. It is all about just showing up and providing opening doors for those who have dreams to aspire to do what we do as Spelman women. As I look at all of you today, we were not the same young women entering Spelman gates. We took a vow to remain true to our sisterhood and to stay united and know that we will always be accountable for each other. We shared so many memories of laughter, happiness, and even pains, but ensure that our bonds genuinely remain. Now, to ensure that our bonds remain, how can we uphold our qualities and standards as a true sisterhood? Well, to answer that question, it is up to you to make sure that as we continue to love on each other, empower each other, and most importantly, support each other by telling your neighbor next to you that we love you. As I leave, I ask that you all continue to cultivate these moments of sisterhood and know that as we leave Spelman gates, I ask that you enter into your purpose. Also know that God will forever bind our hearts to thine. Thank you, and I love you all. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Haven't we seen this place? All these brown women proud, dressed in white. Haven't we heard this tune to the sound of us marching? Maybe it came too soon. Had a vision of a final year with you. Lord, we're thankful too for this day of our can turn a ripple to a wave. My sister, you could keep treading water, but change has come, change has come. Change has come, change has come. Do you recall last spring? Last I saw you, we were all full of endings, and we all just watched as the world went within. Don't matter where we are, I've been praying for you, cheering for you just as hard. Now 21, it's time for us to begin. We're still alive today, so these choices we make can turn a ripple to an earthquake. My sister, time to keep pushing forward. Now that change has come, change has come. Change has come, change has come. Oh yes, change has come, change has come. Change has come, change has come. Spellman, thy name we praise. Standards and honor raise. Spellman, thy name we praise. Standards and honor raise.
Hello, everyone, and a special hello to the Spelman College class of 2021. My name is Piper Simone Casey, and it is my distinct pleasure to present the class emblem to Spelman College's class of 2025 for this year's class day. The class color and emblem for class of 2025 is the green lamp. The lamp symbolizes the hopes and inspiration of women guided by truth, justice, and wisdom in global leadership and service. Class of 2025, I hope that this symbol serves as guidance during your Spelman journey. By the time you graduate, you all will have grown into such amazing and honest leaders. When things get difficult, remember that you can depend on one another, but always make it a priority to be someone that your sisters can depend upon as well. I hope to see all of you right here 4 years from now, but until then, enjoy this new chapter of your life.
Hi, my name is Lydia Larimore, and I am pleased to dedicate the senior bench to the class of 2022. The senior bench was originally dedicated by the class of 1941 from members of the senior class. The original bench was made from 2 beams taken from the old Spelman Seminary barn. The current bench is made from pews from Sisters Chapel and is placed near the alumni arch each April, where it remains until commencement. The senior bench is just one of many ways that we celebrate this next momentous period of your lives. Take care of it, and take care of Spelman.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kendra Grissom. I am a former history major, United States History concentration, from Baltimore, Maryland, and the valedictorian of the class of 2020.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Asara Guel Tebele, and I am a graduating senior English major from Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, and the valedictorian for the class of 2021. To the class of 2020 and 2021.
Sisters and siblings, follow us on a journey down memory lane.
Close your eyes.
See the sun peeking through the windows of Sisters Chapel.
As the voices of your Spelman siblings fills the room.
And one by one, they speak their names.
And declare the words, "And I'm your Spelman sister."
Since that time, we have curated a Spelman journey unique to each of us.
But yet, we remain connected through common experiences.
Through times where we went to the mail center to collect our packages, only to find the line wrapped around the building.
Or Times where you needed your Spelman sister to help you unlock your mailbox so you could get your slip.
Or sitting through seemingly unnecessary convocations.
We also connected through our need to pass the ADW MAT test, and for my English majors, our common stress and struggles to finish the final paper for seminal writers.
For a brief period in our lives,
we got to come together,
share space,
grow, and see the ways our choice to change the world
changed us.
Even if our sense of normalcy has been disrupted.
And we have every reason to be daunted.
Much like the English ivy plant.
We continue to thrive.
Like this ivy.
We are faced with seasons that could drain us of our light.
But not only do we continue to grow through the darkness.
We are beacons of light.
Even as our classes usher in a new era.
And go into the world under completely new circumstances.
Just like the ivy that can climb buildings and trees.
We continue to transcend as we break generational curses.
Setting the path that others can follow.
Not merely getting a seat at the table.
But questioning why we didn't have a seat to begin with.
Our time at Spelman has equipped us.
To do more than find our place in the world.
But to create spaces.
Where we can thrive.
Blossom.
Live in the fullness of our humanity.
This journey has not been a crystal stair.
But neither have our dreams been deferred.
Even as we stand at the intersections of Black,
woman,
queer,
poor,
immigrant,
differently abled,
confronted with the crippling weight of our various oppressions,
we continue to not just survive, but survive whole.
Our insistence emerges as evidence of our resilience and resistance.
I mean, look at the material.
It is not a coincidence that our classes
are the first to graduate in this new decade.
We are on the vanguard of the unprecedented,
the uncontemplated,
the unimaginable.
We are our own wildest dreams. Because in what reality does a little girl from Nigeria who knew nothing of a Spelman College grow up to become the valedictorian of her class?
And in what world does the daughter of enslaved persons, illiterate farmers, and inner city dreamers not only graduate at the top of her class, but goes on to pursue a PhD at one of the top universities in the nation?
Or maybe it's not a world.
But in a special place.
At 350 Spelman Lane, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia.
The place of dorm wars.
Of Fried Chicken Wednesday.
And Market Friday.
But also the place for the realization of purpose.
The actualization of destiny.
When we entered Spelman's gates.
And took those first pictures with our hands held above our shoulders.
As if we held the world in the palm of our hands.
Who would have thought that years later,
we could go on to achieve what some thought was impossible?
Aim lower, they said.
Spelman College, they asked.
You'll never make it, they teased.
You can always transfer, they offered.
But you remained undaunted.
I remained undaunted.
She remained.
They remained.
He remained.
We remained undaunted.
To the class of 2020
and 2021, go forth and be great.
It is your birthright.
Thank you.
Hello. Kiva Wright Berry, class of 79, is the president of the National Alumni Association of Spelman College. She has been an active member for over 30 years, holding positions as president-elect, national assistant treasurer, member at-large East, national corresponding secretary, national constitution and bylaws chair, Northeast regional coordinator, and president of the Boston chapter. A native of Boston, Massachusetts, Ms. Wright Berry is the Senior Financial Business Partner for Academic Affairs at the University of Southern Maine in Portland, Maine. Prior to coming to USM, she worked as a recruiter and manager's assistant with American Express Financial Advisors, and has also worked with small businesses through her affiliation with the Small Business Development Center at Morehead State University in Morehead, Kentucky. As the Administrative Officer for the Quality Education for Minorities Network in Washington, D.C., Ms. Berry was responsible for the overall financial and personnel administration. The QEM Network is a nonprofit educational organization that is dedicated to improving the education of targeted minority groups, with the belief that quality education for minorities improves the quality of education for all. Ms. Wright Berry is a member and officer in various organizations, including the National Association of African American Studies and Affiliates, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Boston Alumni Chapter. Ms. Wright Berry holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Music Performance from Spelman College and a Master's of Education in Management from Cambridge College in Cambridge, Massachusetts. She is the proud mother of Kyla Marshall, class of 2009. Please welcome Kiva Wright Berry.
Good afternoon, classes of 2020 and 2021. I am Kiva Wright Berry, President of the National Alumni Association of Spelman College. It is my honor to join you this class day, the final step in your graduation process. I know you are all quite excited about the next few days. It has been a long, long road for you, with twists and turns that none of us could have anticipated or imagined. But you're here. You have persevered, and you have much to celebrate. Take a moment and think back over the years before today. Think about when you applied to Spelman, when you got your blue envelope, when you first arrived on campus. Do you remember those feelings? Did you ever think this day would come? If you're like many of your sisters before you, you initially thought that graduation from Spelman would never come. You may have had the sophomore blues, or you may have had other struggles and challenges during your time here. But now, graduation is but days away. Where did the time go? Have you accomplished all that you had imagined? What will be your next steps? So many questions. While you ponder your answers, let's talk a little bit about this Class Day event and its importance to your Spelman College journey. Class Day at Spelman is the kickoff to the commencement weekend, and it is especially exciting because the occasion marks the first time the graduating class passes under the alumni arch. Although we won't be able to do that today, it's important to know the history. Our history tells us that Class Day activities are marked by a number of traditional events, of which the Ivy Oration is the most significant. The Ivy Oration is the address in which the speaker uses the characteristics, such as strength and endurance, of the English ivy plant in relation to the characteristics of the graduates and their ensuing pursuits. This is the time when the top honor students of the graduating class recognize the accomplishments of the graduates and make symbolic presentations for the classes that follow. The cap is passed to the junior class president, and the class emblem is presented to a member of the incoming first-year class. The senior bench is dedicated to the incoming senior class. The bench was usually placed near the alumni arch each April near Founders Day, where it remained until after commencement. Also, graduates may sing a class song, and a gift may be presented to the president of the college. Following the program, graduates proceeded to a pre-selected area of the campus close to Sisters Chapel, where the valedictorian would plant a sprig of ivy. Of course, this year's Class Day is quite different from those of the past, mostly because you're unable to celebrate in person with your classmates, nor will the alumni be able to lead you through the arch. Yet the tradition is still important and worth retaining because of its significance to the overall graduation experience. Next year, we will all go through the arch as alumni. You ladies are about to step out into a world that has been transformed over the last 15 months. I am confident that what you have learned during your matriculation at Spelman will be invaluable as you navigate this brave new world. As we all know, Spelman is a special place. Your years here will most likely be some of the best 4 years of your life. These years can't be duplicated, but they can be built upon. How will you do that? I hope that one way you will do that is to affiliate with the National Alumni Association wherever you land after graduation. As the official organization that supports Spelman College, NASC continually seeks to provide support through financial gifts, student recruitment, community service, recognition of Spelman women, and sisterhood. I ask you to keep building on these years and experiences by continuing to keep in touch with each other, your Spelman sisters. The Spelman sisterhood is real and precious. Don't take it for granted. There is so much I can say to you about sisterhood, most of it you already know. But let me leave you with these words. As you make your choice to change the world, cherish the relationships and connections you have made over these years. Your Spelman sisters will help sustain you as you go forward. Lean on each other, stay in touch, and trust that the sisterhood will survive and thrive. I wish you so much success on your journey. We love you and congratulations.